All right, guys, we are a couple days away from the start of summer football camp, which is exciting. Can't wait to get back out there with you guys. I know the other coaches are excited as well. I just want to go over a few things to prepare you guys for Monday. So, first, the goal is that everybody registers and hopefully pays for camp. Okay, I've sent this to your parents. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year is summer camp payments. So essentially, there's a form that you guys fill out, and with it, you attach $350 or a check for that amount. Okay, I will make a few things very clear. If you cannot pay, you still come to camp. Right? Payment is voluntary. It's highly recommended. It's since it's such an important fundraiser for the team. But if you cannot pay, you still are required / invited to camp. Okay. If you cannot afford all this money, maybe your parents say, "Hey, we can only afford $100 or $200." We will take whatever you can manage. Okay. We understand money can be tight, so we will take whatever donation you guys are able to provide. But in a perfect world, if you guys have not already paid on Monday, you guys have this form and you have payment ready to turn in. This covers all the training, all the camps, 7-on-7 trainings, all the instruction you guys are getting over the next 5 weeks. And coaches are not getting paid for this training. We're doing this because we know it's important and critical for us to have a successful season in the fall. So I just want to go over that. If you guys have any questions on how to get this form, please text back to me and remind. I'll also send it in another email to everybody's parents. All right. Moving into what you guys can expect on Monday. Okay. This is for incoming freshmen only. Okay. So this is current freshmen and just recently graduated from high school. Okay. At 7:50 roughly, you guys should be at school. We're going to meet right in front of the weight room. If you don't know where the weight room is, it's right by the football field where the big scoreboard is. Okay. At 8 o'clock, 8 in the morning on Monday, we're going to start stretching. And then at 8:10, okay, half of the freshmen are going to go to the weight room with Coach Carter and myself. Half of the freshmen are going to go and do speed and conditioning with Coach Chester. And then you guys are going to switch after roughly 30 minutes. Okay. So that's going to take up close to an hour and 10 minutes. And, that's going to be the routine going each day into the summer. Half are going to lift, half are going to run, and then you guys are going to switch before we do anything on the field. Okay. And then again, roughly at about 9:15, we're going to start regular football practice. For incoming freshmen, just to make sure we're all clear, you guys should be wearing Eagle colors. Eagle colors are black, gold, teal. We could also throw in white, but you guys need to be wearing school colors. I don't want to see green. We don't want to see blue. We don't want to see red. We want to see Olympian Eagle colors. Okay. You guys also need to bring cleats. So football cleats are going to be needed since you guys are going to be on the field running and doing drills. And we also highly recommend you guys bring water. We will have water available for you, but having your own water and even maybe a snack or two will get you guys through the morning because these are going to be 3-hour practices every day for you guys. Okay. So then at 9:15, you guys are going to be broken up similar to how the varsity runs their practice. It's going to be a defensive period for the first roughly 40 minutes. You guys are going to do defensive drills, individuals. So we're talking about defensive backs, linebackers, and D linemen. Then you guys are going to do some pass run drills. Then you're going to end with 7-on-7. Then the second half of the field practice is going to be offensive emphasis. Okay. And Coach Chester and his staff are going to have different, change up for you guys each day. But as a general rule, you guys are going to be doing defense to start practice, then end with offense. All right. In terms of incoming freshmen and knowing what position you're going to play, I recommend you guys pick 2 positions to start, one on defense and one on offense. And as we get further along in the summer, Coach Chester is going to start, kind of figuring out where all the pieces fit. But to start the summer, we want great effort. We want great focus. We want great enthusiasm. Don't worry about, I want to be a quarterback and I'm not playing quarterback. I want to be a D lineman and I'm playing defensive back. Right now, we don't have pads on. We're just looking to see who's going to be consistent with their attendance and who's going to give great effort on the field. Okay. I would show up every single day because you're trying to prove yourself to the coaching staff of the novice team. And the guys that show up every day are going to be the ones that separate from the rest of the pack. All right. So the incoming freshmen will be done at 11 a.m. So you guys can tell your parents 11, 11:15. You guys be ready to be picked up. And you guys are going to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All right. Please be aware, freshmen and JV athletes, starting next Monday, so July 2nd, I believe, you guys are going to have some 7-on-7 trainings in the afternoons, but that will not start this week. That's going to start the following week of summer camp. All right. Okay. Current JV and varsity players. So we're talking about all sophomores, all juniors, all seniors. Okay. You guys are going to start at really 3:25 is when we're going to start doing weight room prep. Okay. But let me quickly backtrack. Okay. On Mondays and Wednesdays, we will have a hard hat workout for upperclassmen. Okay. What's a hard hat workout? It's essentially an extra training session on Mondays and Wednesdays. We talked about in a previous video with our summer point system. That is not going to apply to the freshmen. That's only going to apply to the upperclassmen. But upperclassmen that come and work out and run in the mornings on Mondays and Wednesdays will earn 1 extra point for their group of 3. So essentially at 8:30, you guys can jump in the weight room, work around who's in there because the freshmen will be training, but get a lift in. Then you guys will have a run workout afterwards. You guys should be done with that around 9:30. Okay, so this is again, quote unquote, voluntary, but we need to get bigger, faster, and stronger. The only way we're going to do that is by getting extra workouts in. So Mondays and Wednesdays, if you guys come to Hard Hat, you will be getting a whole workout in addition to what we're going to do in the afternoon. Okay. In addition to that, on Mondays, we're going to have leadership meetings with upperclassmen. 2:45 in the PE classroom is going to be the best time. So if you want to be a leader, want to learn how to be a great leader, want to continue to build on what we started in the spring, please plan on being in the PE classroom at 2:45 on Monday. Okay. The regular workout, though, will start at 3:25. Okay. At 3:30, we will break the groups into half. Okay. Groups 1 through 12. So these are groups of 3 that are going to be in the weight room when you guys come in on Monday. We'll start in the weight room. Groups 13 through 24 will be on the field running. Okay. So similar to what the freshmen will be doing, varsity will be doing this as well. The main reason we break it up like this is because there's just too many people in the weight room at once. Okay. So we want to get a smaller group in there so they have more room to move around. So half will lift, half will run and do speed work, and then we will switch. Okay. And by 4:30, we will be done with our lifting/running. Then we'll start practice. Okay. Very, very similar to what we did during the spring. Okay. Defense to start, endos, team run, team pass, and with team. And then we'll switch back to offense for the second half of practice, and then we'll end with team. Okay. We will be adding in a few different wrinkles to the summer. We're going to start every practice with Eagle Jacks. It needs to be perfect before we break it out. We're going to have little quick breakout meetings at the end of practice to talk with your position groups. They're called AARs, reviews of just what went good, what went bad. But you guys can be expected to be done at 6:30 on Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay. For the upperclassmen, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay, we will be doing the same running, lifting swap, but we will have a shorter field practice. It's going to mainly be focused on installing special teams and working on some 7-on-7 stuff just because we do have some tournaments coming up in the end of June and July. Okay, so you guys can be expected to be done on Tuesdays and Thursdays right around 6 o'clock. So please tell your parents that. Okay, as we get closer to the fall, we probably will add in a whole nother practice, maybe like on Tuesdays. But for right now, Mondays and Wednesdays are full 2-hour practices after lifting and running. Tuesdays and Thursdays is going to be condensed probably down to an hour max. Okay. All right. Hopefully we got all that info. All right. Let's finish with what the offense on varsity can expect to do with their plays. Let me float this. Okay. So again, I know our brains have kind of been on pause for the last 3 weeks, so we're going to start slow in terms of install. Coach Danny put this script together. Just want to quickly review it with you guys to be prepped for the plays on Monday. Okay. Again, if you guys are trying to be, ahead of the game, if you go to Huddle where it says, let me find it, Play Tools, if you go to Practice Scripts, okay, you will see all the practice scripts we have done since really, February, but really since May. All these ones with 5s are the most recent. Okay, so if you click it, you can review what we've installed to kind of prep your brain. I know I'm going to be doing that in preparation for Monday, But in terms of what you will see us run on the first day of summer camp, that's going to be where it says 624 team script. Okay. JV will be doing a watered down version of this, and novice team will be doing the real basics to start. They're probably just going to start with formations and just basic technique. But for varsity, you guys can expect these plays. Okay, so dubs right, H jet, zone of cold. Again, our default is under center and tight. The Y and the Z are to the right. The H and the X are to the left. It's dubs right, H jet, zone of cold. Okay, so we're doing inside zone to the right. The Y, since he's to the side of the inside zone, is going to split back and block back. Okay, so Coach Danny's going to be working a lot with the tight ends this summer. You know, we're hoping to get Tyler back, G, JoJo. You guys are going to be really fine-tuning your run game blocks this summer. Okay, dubs right, H jet, Playboy hot, waggle. Okay, so Playboy, all O-linemen, take anybody in your gap to the left, quarterback show that ball because it's Playboy hot, and then we're waggling. The tight end or the Y, if we run waggle, the quarterback's rolling out to your side. Okay, 1, 2, hit that defensive end or the emol, and then push out. Okay, we're motioning to the side of the rollout, so the Z receiver is going to run a post, and then we have the H on a wide wheel and the X on that intermediate over route. All right, quarterback your reads low to high. Okay, dubs right gun, F flare. So F flare just means the running back's going to motion out pre-snap, so the quarterback is just going to move him. He's going to sprint to the sideline, and it's 51 stick gator. So 51 tells the quarterback the back's going to be on the right. Odd numbers, backs on the right. Even numbers, backs on the left. The pass protection is based off that last number. So 51 means the back's on the right. The old linemen are going to do their 4-man slide to the left. So this would be a odd call or our old Billy call. Okay, for the pass routes, stick. Okay, get to 5, sit in zone, push out versus man. The Z has a go route. In the backside, we have gator, 1-step slant, 3-step slant. We are going to start tagging. I got to verify this with Coach Danny, but there's another simple backside tag we can call Dino. It's essentially a 5-yard dig and an inside seam route. The quarterback is just reading this outside linebacker. If he sits on the seam, you throw the 5-yard dig. If he expands, you hit the seam right away. So this would be another adjustment to the backside of stick. 3-step, the gator concept, it's not a super high percentage pass completion for us that I've noticed over the years. So I'm trying to find a better option. And I think this could be an easier pass for the quarterback and wide receivers. Okay, bunch right. Okay, Z-jet, zone of hot. Okay, so bunch, everything's tight. Z-jet, inside zone to the left. Okay, running back, B-gap track, under center. If it looks cloudy, cut back to the play side A. Okay, receivers, first inside, second level defender on inside zone at a tight alignment. Tray left, gun. Okay, gun means we're in shotgun and we have spread out receivers. Looks like we are in, let's see, our personnel grouping. We are in flanker, so we have a wide receiver tight. I'm kind of brain farting here, but is the Y on the ball in flanker? I think he should be here, but I think the Y should be on the ball in flanker. But anywho, we'll keep going like this. Okay, 65, stick fade, X fade. Okay, stick fade, hitch, run to the toes, fade out, and then you got a regular stick route. 65, okay, it's an odd call, so that's a Billy for the O-line. Okay, 65 means you're going to stay in pass protection. If there's no threat, then you're going to run an angle route or a chair route to the middle of the field. And the Z or the X here has a fade route. Okay, I'm kind of reviewing this with you guys in my brain. The X is always to the single side receiver in tray. Okay, so if it's tray right, the X is on the left. If it's tray left, the X is on the right. Okay, this is a guy that we want to get matched up one-on-one. All right. Quarterback, if we get zone, we could check to the stick route or the hitch route. If we get man or one high, we can look to one of the two fades. Okay, dubs right gun, Z switch. Okay, zone a hot, key 3. So this is also flanker. So the Y is on the ball here. Okay, I got to verify that last play where that Y should be. But moving on. Okay, Z switch. So the Z is going to motion to the number 3 receiver. It's zone a hot, key 3. All right, so the number 3 receiver, which is the Z, he's going to bubble. The X and the H are going to pound, work for the outside leverage of the nearest defender, and the quarterback's going to pick. Do we have numbers, grass, or leverage to throw the ball out here? If not, we're going to give it to the inside zone. Okay, and no quarterback, even on inside zone with a cap or a key call, we're still going to read this defensive end on the give. So if the defensive end crashes, you're going to pull the ball and get upfield. The difference between key and cap is key, we don't have a backside route. On cap, we would have a backside snap route. All right. Boot. Okay, so Dub's right. H jet now, Playboy cold boot. So the Y is going to slice behind the old lineman and then run it out to the other side since we are rolling out away from him. And we know we're rolling out away from the Y because we have a boot call. Okay, the motion is away from the outside single receiver, so he's going to run a corner now. And the Z's got an intermediate over route. All right, quarterback, read it low to high. Boot waggle guys are going to be staples in every game plan this year. They've looked great in the spring. I think they're going to be home runs for us in the fall. So we really got to understand these plays. Okay, bunch left, Z-jet, zona hot. Okay, if it's cloudy, cut back, running back. The Y, we have the zona coming your way. You're going to split back to the backside. Okay, Trey right gun, 61, hail. Okay, so this is Bombers personnel because the Y is wide. Okay, hail is just all hitches. Outside receivers, just like you would on cap, if you get pressed, convert it to a go route. Okay, so we don't want you to run a hitch into press hard man coverage. So just convert this on the outside to go routes if you get press coverage. Okay, quarterbacks, if you like it, take it. Otherwise, you got easy zone throws underneath. All right, running back, 60 means you're in pass pro to start. If there's no threat in the B gap, you can run a swing route. Bunch left, Z-jet, Playboy hot boot. Okay, so showing it left, rolling right. Okay, the X receiver has a motion to him, so he's going to run a post. And then we got the deep route, intermediate over, and the shallow. Okay, quarterback low to high, and we should be running these a lot. Quarterback, if you don't like any of your throws, you should be really getting upfield and running this ball. Okay, Dubs right gun, zona cold, double key one. So both outside receivers are going to be running key ones. This should really look like this for the blocks, for the slots. We want you to get right in front of the receiver and then start pounding grass. Okay, work for the outside leverage so the X, once he catches this ball, he can get upfield at the sideline. Receiver, when you catch this ball, get it in your outside arm and use your weapon, which is your inside hand. Okay, bunch left, Z-jet, zona cold. Okay, so Monday's going to be a zone day, so we're just starting with zona. Old lineman, you're covered, flop and drive. If you're uncovered, settle punch, and drive those guys off the ball. Okay, waggle. Okay, we've already kind of talked about that. Okay, here's a cap. So Trey right gun, H switch, zona hot, cap 2. So we got the bubble by the number 2 receiver, and the Z can run a 5-yard snap route. So quarterback, numbers, grass, or leverage, take it. One-on-one, corners off the ball, take it. Otherwise, if we got numbers in the box, run regular zona hot. Okay? And then Dubs left gun, 61 hail, similar to what we just talked about. Verse hitch, verse press, outside receivers convert it. And then Dubs right gun, zona hot, double key 2. So both slot receivers are running bubbles. Okay? So it's a lot of review. We're expecting some guys to have some mental, flubs since it's day one back to summer camp, but let's definitely review these plays before we get into practice on Monday. Another thing I highly recommend is reviewing these YouTube videos. So if you guys click any of the videos that I send you and you just go to my the channel, which is called High School Weightlifting 101, if you click your videos, okay, we have a ton of videos we've already drawn up really since May, okay? Everything from the base offensive stuff to play review from the spring to install review on Huddle. So I'm going to be reviewing these to prep for Monday. Let's double check we know what we're doing coming into camp on the 24th. All right. Any questions? Hit me on a message, and see you guys Monday. Ready to roll.